FigFab presents Building My Dark Elf DIY 3D Printer from www.rp3d.com. In this part, we're going to look at installing the electronics. First of all, we're going to take the end stop switches out of their packages. There's 3 of them, one for each axis, X, Y, and Z. They physically work by an axis part clicking the end stop. For fastening the relays, use the thinnest bolts provided with the smallest nuts. You'll know they're right because they'll fit through. Here we are attaching the adjustable Z-axis end stop. This is the part that goes up and down. It's the most crucial part. Use the pliers to hold the nut while you turn the bolt with the provided screwdriver. Next we'll be attacking the Y-axis. It's the part that goes side to side. Fasten it the same way you did the Z. It's a little tricky to get the nut on the bolt, but you'll get it. Finally, we can attach the X-axis. It's the part that moves front to back. Almost there. You should hear that distinctive click when it meets the proper stopping zone. For the power supply, use the stubby Allen key bolts. And don't forget to adjust it to 115 volts if that's what's in your area. You'll figure out the spacing just by looking at the holes in the back of the power supply. Onward and upward. We're now going to attach the LCD display. I found a little problem with this in the fact that the headers were sticking out too much. So you can clip them with the provided clippers and it'll go back together just fine. Use the spacers provided to get it away from the frame a bit, to leave room for those header pins. What a fantastic feature of this printer. I can't wait to see it in action. Thread the wires for the Y-axis through the holes in the top of the printer. Just leave it loose for now. We'll fasten it later. Do the same for the Z-axis. Don't fasten anything just yet. We'll do it later. And remember the end stop wires. Okay, this part got a bit tricky. You have to fasten the Arduino Mega board first, and then the shield. Remember to use the required spacers, as we did before, to get it away from the frame. The board has to go on first. Now the shield is a really tight fit. It will work, but it has to be on a bit of an angle. So leave the board a little bit loose when you put it on, just a bit so you can adjust it later. You can see here I had problems with it. Now to get serious, make sure you don't bend any of the pins. Make sure they're all lined up in the holes before you press it down. I just do a little at a time. Take your time with this step. You don't want to bend the pins. Be sure to watch part 5, where we hook up and test the printer, finally!